Hello there. My name is Jeff Johnson. I teach English at Central Lakes College, and I also direct Verse Like Water, the visiting poet program of Central Lakes College. For 13 years, I have been bringing the biggest poets in the world to CLC and to the Brainerd Lakes region. And we're talking about people with Pulitzer Prizes, National Book Awards, MacArthur Genius Grants, U.S. Poet Laureates, etc. Tier 1, if you know what I'm talking about. And, before I talk about what I'm bringing to you in terms of a gift, in terms of an opportunity next week, I'd like to make some fast, general comments. I am a great believer in beauty, which is a fundamental source of human happiness. It's a crisis time in this country right now. We have never needed it more. And it's kind of what I traffic in, right? What I love to do is to create events as an arts provider that bring people together. I do that with every live class I teach. Online learning is bunk. Don't get involved in it. Live classes are what matter. I do it with poetry readings. I do it when I take students in the fall to the Minneapolis Institute of Arts, and in the spring when I take students to the Guthrie Theater. But poetry is a big deal to me. All art forms matter, but I'm all about imaginative literature and especially poetry, because that's where I find all the fire and light. So on October 14th, next week, I'm going to be coming to my Northern Kingdom with two internationally recognized indigenous poets, Layli Long Soldier and Sherwin Bitsui. They are dear friends, and they're going to be on the stage at the same time. There's going to be two events. The first one is going to be at 11 o'clock at my college, and there'll be students, faculty, staff, and community members there, as well as wonderful students from Pine River, Long Prairie Gray Eagle, and Pillager. After that reading, we're going to jump in my truck, my poets and I, and we are going to head along the shores of the beautiful lake of my boyhood, Mille Lacs. And we're going to land at Grand Casino Mille Lacs because they're going to let us use their conference center to bring in students from Nayashing, Isle, Onamia, Mora, and Hinckley Finlayson. I'm also going to be dishing hundreds of books that will only do you good, not harm. And let me try to read your mind for a second. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, you know what? A poetry reading sounds like the most boring thing in the world. As gently and as clearly as I can, I've got to tell you that you're mistaken. It's proven. For years, I've been watching students come to their very first poetry reading. And that's your story Monday. It's probably going to be your first reading. They come in, the expectations are not high, the bar's low, and they leave absolutely transformed, inspired. And I hope that happens with you Monday. I hope it inspires you to think about your own literacy. And I hope you are working hard on your ability to read and write and speak and think. You'll cut me slack on this because I'm an English teacher. I know we produce mathematics in school, but there's nothing more important than literacy. And I hope you're working on it. I know you are. What's it like to be at one of my poetry readings? Well, I think the easiest way to give you a sense of that is to splice into this little thing I'm making for you, a little film I made 2 years ago about the Nigerian-American poet Chris Abani. Dr. Abani came to my college, and this will help you understand the vibe. This little 5-minute film has 3 parts. At first, you're going to see some pictures that I took, because I take a lot of pictures, and at the end, you're going to hear him singing a song to me, which is in Ubuntu, I think, a language I've never heard before and I will never hear again. He sang that song to me when we were stuck in traffic on 494, and I asked him, hey, if there's an open parking place, would you sing that again to me so I can record it for my students? We drove up, and of course the poetry gods had cleared a space for me, and he sang it again. The thing I really want you to concentrate on is the middle. That'll really tell you what a poetry reading can be like. Chris Abani was asked by a nervous girl from Pine River about what she should do if she felt like she were stuck in a log because of anxiety and depression. His answer is astonishing. And there were people in tears at the end of that. Final comment. Verse Like Water is an argument for imaginative literature, in general, poetry specifically. You guys, think about turning away from those screens, those phones that you just can't put down. Think about closing your computers and looking away from the movie screens and trying out great literature as a form of entertainment, because it really is nothing less than that. My editorial comment, the entertainment industry on the East and West Coast, the movies, television, the music industry, you know what? They have nothing but contempt for you. And you should, try different ways of being entertained. And I got, I guess, one more comment. Seek out great experiences with the arts. It's so easy not to go. It's so easy to just sit in your house or your dorm room and not go. But you have to make the effort. You have to go to the museum. You have to go into the gallery and look at paintings. Look at the sculptures. Go see the crazy foreign film with the subtitles. I don't understand modern dance, but I go sometimes because I know that experiences with the arts enlarge us, enlarge our hearts and our souls. And that is the gift I'm hoping to bring you on Monday. Again, Jeff Johnson for Verse Like Water. We'll see you in just a few days.